Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Could you please tell us something about yourself?
I have been working as a teacher in a school in North Delhi, and I recently retired from there, so leading a retired life now.
Okay, so what was wrong with your father?
Actually, my father, he had some blockages in the intestines and all, and he was constantly suffering from stomach ache and all. So he had gone to get himself, to consult a doctor and all, and then he advised that he should undergo a surgery for that.
Then he was admitted to the hospital.
Then he was admitted to the hospital, yes.
So what happened in the hospital?
In the hospital, the surgery took place, everything went off well, and he was recuperating, and he seemed to be in his spirits and all, and then the time came for his discharge. But on the day of the discharge, he was a little low in spirits also, and otherwise also he was feeling very lethargic, and he was not his usual self. So we people, just jokingly, we were telling the nurses and all, that probably he doesn't want to go home because you've taken such good care of him. So we just took it in a lighter way, and that is how he was. But he was discharged. The doctors did not, just try to find out as to why he was feeling low and all. And then he was discharged. We came back home after that.
Then what happened when he came back home?
When he came back home, his condition started deteriorating in the sense.
How did you realize that the condition is deteriorating?
Because he refused to eat anything first and foremost, and then he started sweating despite the AC being on and everything. He was sweating profusely, and he went to the washroom, and when he came back, his clothes were literally wet with sweat and all, and the cold chills. He was getting all that. And then at night, when the temperature was taken, he had fever also. Because he had fever at that time.
Okay.
So it being Sunday, we thought that probably the doctor will not be available at that time and all. But still, we called up the doctor, and he said that you're getting to the emergency.
Okay.
So he was taken to the emergency.
Okay.
Over there.
So when you took him to the emergency, then what did the emergency guys tell you?
They said that he's having fever and all, and the attending doctor has to come and look at him first before saying anything. And then the doctor said that probably he was developing sepsis.
So this happened just after 2 days of surgery?
Yeah, not 2 days of surgery. The recuperation period was there. After the surgery, he was in the hospital for about 7 days. After that, he was discharged. And after being discharged, then he started having fever, and he had sepsis.
So then, what did the doctors say would be the medical course of action to treat him?
Yes, so the doctor, he just checked him out properly, and then he said that yes, now he will have to go another surgery because the sutures probably had opened up and there was leakage from there, and that was causing all the problem.
Did you suspect that something was wrong somewhere?
Yes, definitely we thought that how could the sutures just open up on their own after about 6 days post surgery? How could they just open up like that? So we felt that yes, something is amiss.
Probably the stitches weren't given properly. So, did you tell the doctor that you suspect that probably the stitches?
Yes, we told him that how come the sutures have opened up on their own like that, and that also after 6-7 days. So he told us that his intestines were very weak, there were perforations in it and all, so probably that is it. So we just told him that you should have told us this to us earlier only, that his intestines are weak and there can be chances of complications. There will be some complications and all, but he said sometimes it does happen, so don't mind, don't worry, we are going to operate upon him again, and everything will be fine. Yes.
So then he was operated again the second time?
He was operated again the second time, the very next day only. It was an emergency operation, and he was operated.
So when the stitch opens up, why is the surgery required?
Oh, because probably, along with the blood, I think pus was also oozing out from there. There was some sort of an infection. Okay. That's why he had developed septicemia. Otherwise there was no chances of septicemia, isn't it? Had they opened up at that time only, probably they had opened up earlier only, and this was brewing up, and it came up. Only we got to know when he got fever and he had those cold chills and all that.
So, what happened after the second surgery?
So the second surgery was conducted, and he told us that he has done everything, but he is not still out of danger. He told us this, that if he just 24 hours it's serious, and then he'll be okay. This is what we were told. So he was.
So those 24 hours must have been very difficult for the entire family.
Yeah, they were. He was in the ICU, and when we went to just check on him in the ICU, he was just lying lifeless over there. And one thing which intrigued us, and it intrigues us till this day, is his eyes were closed, and they had put some that sticking tape on his eyes like this.
I never heard of
We had also never heard.
Did you ask them why was this
We asked them, so they just said because there are lights in this thing, so we just want him to relax and all, so that's what we put it.
And what did you suspect?
Actually, we did not suspect something serious at that time. We thought probably they were right, but my mother, when the moment she looked at him, she told me that I don't think your father is there. She told me this only, I think your father is gone. But he was still, breathing and all. So we thought that, maybe this is, and we asked some doctors in our family also. They also started evading the replies and all, because probably they also suspected the same. This is what we felt.
So then, what did the hospital authorities do after that?
After that night was very crucial. So we all were there only, and then at night probably his organs started failing, and he was put on dialysis, and we had no clue about it till the morning.
They didn't tell you that they were putting him on dialysis?
They didn't even tell us. Actually, they do ask, and they do inform the attendants that they are going to put the patient on dialysis, but I don't know, somehow they did not inform us. We were we all were there only, and we didn't know about it.
So you weren't informed, you were told in the morning?
Yes.
The dialysis has
at
happened.
night he was put on dialysis.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
This is what we were told at night. So we were taken aback by this, and then afterwards the doctor on the ICU, he just called us. He said, I would like to speak to you. So we all went there. All sisters and husband. We went there, and he told us that the condition he is in is irreversible. That it is no use, and we put him on a ventilator also right now. But if you want, because it's no use now, so if you want, just consult and just let us know if you want to be moving off the ventilator. So the wisest decision at that time, we all took it, and unfortunately, it was seconded by all that yes, it's no use to just keep him suffering like that, and there's nothing left. So what is the purpose of putting him on a ventilator, continuing with the ventilator? So the ventilator was being done in front of us only, and we could see him.
So you feel that medical negligence has happened in your father's case?
We do feel it has happened. Firstly, at the time of discharge, we feel that in case of these patients who have undergone surgeries, some sort of a screening should be before they're discharged.
If he wasn't feeling too well and he suspected it, then the doctor certainly should have done
some sort of a screening
before
discharging him. So that time would not have elapsed. Those 2 days, those crucial 1.5 days, I must say, to be very precise, that would not have.
So this was the first place where you felt medical negligence had happened. And the second place where you felt medical negligence happened was when they did not take your consent before doing the dialysis.
Yes. We weren't told also.
Mm.
We were just outside only. They could have just rung us up and told us that okay.
Yeah,
it's
in
been-
fact, there's always an attendant outside.
Yeah.
That's the rule.
Yes, yes.
As the attendant is outside, so
Outside,
that they can take the
yes.
consent of the attendant
We were not
whenever
told.
required.
And what hurt us most was that at the end of the day, they made such a big fat bill, of all these things, dialysis and ventilator and cost of the ICU and so many, consumables.
Mm.
They put that list of entire thing, that how much had they used and all that, and that really hurt us. Like, it was their negligence that discharged him without screening him. And secondly, they make such a big fat bill and give it to us. At that time, we were in no position to, just say anything to them, because at that time, our major concern was to get him out, get his body out, and do the rights and all whatever was necessary.
Did you ever think of taking a legal course of action?
Frankly speaking, not at that time. One of
Were
us,
you in no
one of
emotional
us,
state
yes,
to even
yeah,
think of
one of us
legality?
was, she did want to.
Yeah.
One of my sisters did want
Yeah.
to, but then we just told her that nothing is going to happen. Now he's gone. It's not that we're going to get him back now. So, I think the emotions took better of us at that case, and we didn't think of it as such.
So, what happened with him hurts you even now?
It does. It does at times. We feel that had he, had they discovered that this was the problem with him, probably he would not have gone so early. That is it. But then you have these things, feelings and all that what has to be, has to be. So we just left.
So, what advice would you like to give it to the other families who might be going through a similar situation?
Yes, first and foremost, they have to be very, very vigilant that they are being informed about each and every step that is being taken over there by the doctors, by the nurses, and everybody. And secondly, in the operative, there's patients with surgery who have undergone surgeries and all, the post-operative, day-to-day up to hospital. And screening should be done, proper screening should be done before discharging the patient. That is a must. Most of us may not know what is happening inside. Some sort of a screening, maybe an ultrasound, maybe whatever they do initially also to find out what is wrong, they can do that again. To be sure that yes, everything has been done.
So, did you ever go to the hospital after that?
I don't think so. We just go for some tests.
Has
and all
such a
that.
situation created a fear factor in the family somewhere, or a distrust towards the health authorities?
We did feel agonized at first, but then the attending doctor, he was, very politely and all, he told us, yes, I'm also human, maybe it is human error that way. So, I think we all forgave him for that. And then we hold no grudges against it and all, because if he has admitted his mistake, had he been a little, assertive in saying no, it wasn't his fault at all or something like that, maybe we would have taken that course and all. But since he was very polite and he very politely he accepted.
So you asked the doctor, and the doctor very politely accepted that yes,
He says, see, we are also humans. Maybe this was a human error over there. I agree that we should have done screening. He was very polite, so we just left matters where it was.
Would you like to add something?
But I would just like to add that in future, whenever and wherever you're taking the patient, you should be knowing each and every detail as to what is happening and what has happened, and you should insist on the doctors and the attending staff over there to ensure that proper care has been taken, and whatever problem they had earlier, that has been fully rectified, and now that wouldn't cause any problem.
Thank you, Pratibha ma'am, for your valuable time, and I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you so much, Deepika.
Experiencing a situation where you feel a medical malpractice has been involved can be extremely distressing. Pratibha's heartbreaking story of her father's death highlights the emotional toll such incidents can take on families. It also raises an important question. Is the legal course of action the right course of action to be taken to seek justice and accountability? Remember, you're not alone in this fight. The system's in place to help you during these challenging times.